pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All three commissioners are here and Miranda. And once again, if you're gonna speak, you have to be on the video so we can see who's talking. I guess we'll jump right in the board minutes approval for March 11th.
I will, make a motion to accept the board minutes from March 11th, 2025.
I second that motion.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye. Oh, sorry, I could have done that.
All right, we're in the correspondence. The first one's from Cotton Kelly. She was Sheedy. And saying that we can request some direct funding from Sheedy request for the upcoming fiscal year 26 funding cycle. Our application is linked here. I think this is something we should look into
Yeah.
and see what's coming. And
What kind of, grants or
Yeah.
things that are out there?
I think we should put it on the agenda for next week, then we can kind of get an update.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So especially like for the dam situation. And roads and stuff, if we can get help.
And the next one is just application for the Board of Health is Jessica Martin.
Yay.
And then we have a Board of Health, Michelle Kirsch, an RN, and that's for Board of Health too.
So does that need to be on the agenda and then we approve it?
Well, we had it on them, we asked them, cause
Okay.
the Board of Health meeting, we were trying to get somebody, so we said there's gonna, I don't see why we can't accept their
If you're,
application.
these are two different ones you wanna stamp and
But I
something.
don't see why we can't accept them, cause
Okay.
we got that meeting coming up that we, cause we couldn't. Like I can't
Do we-
entertain a motion.
Can we make a motion now? I will make a motion that we accept Jessica Martin as her application for the Board of Health.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. At least that way now we can set that meeting because we didn't have enough to quorum,
Right.
so this will help us.
So I will make a motion that we accept Michelle Kirsch, is it Kirsch? Kirsch, yeah. Who is an RN for, her application for the Board of Health. Okay, you saying that.
Second.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, we're out of helpers. The next one is a letter to the commissioners, Lauren DeWitt on behalf of Montana Aeronomics. We are wanting to install FAA weather cameras in Phillipsburg. An A3 camera system is roughly 4,000 to 5,000 totals, and a fourth camera would be about 1,500. The state would pick up half the cost. I guess this is the length of Donovan, sounds like.
Well, my opinion is I think we should put this on the agenda and talk about it because that sounds like it is something that would be great for the county and for the airport. And as long as the state will do half of it, I'm pretty sure that 3250 can come out of the airport budget.
Where do they get their weather and stuff now from? I know you look up and you can get those for weather.
Yeah.
I get that at the airport, isn't it?
Well, Yeah, I guess this is something, like you said, we should put it on top of Dawn. Is this just an update or is it,
So it
something?
sounds like, they wanna get 4 cameras, well, they, 3, and then one more would be another 1,500. It just reading this, it really, to me, sounds like it would be worth it and it would be actually a plus.
Is there another letter on the back of that to hand you? Or is that all one?
It's all
It's
stapled
all
together. Well, I mean, are they just wanting a camera to see what the runway looks like? Is that all? I mean,
When you read it, it sounds like it's just the weather, so they know, I guess, so they can look up and see what it's like coming in, right?
So you know, when you get on the cameras, from the state, and they have one at Georgetown,
right?
and they have the Lowell Pass and stuff. So this would be, I think, about the same thing. I guess we'd have to talk with them to see.
The next one must have come from the sheriff, his proposed list of needs at the jail. But it don't say who.
It was from Scott.
Fire alarm system throughout the building. Windows and trim need painting. That day he was sitting in here, we asked him to see what he really needed on the jail, so I guess this is kind of,
Budget request.
Was there something with the brick too, he was saying that it's starting to
That's-
deteriorate?
Yeah.
paint and dispatch kitchen. It is a list to consider for upcoming budget year.
So is this something that maybe he would expect us to get the bids for, or would he go out and look for the bids?
I think it'd be up him to, it's
His
just,
jail.
yeah, and go out and
Well, he
buy.
was gonna kind of talk to some people.
That's all we have on correspondence. Any public comment? All right, we'll cut the minutes early, but we'll go into public comment on commissioner jurisdiction. Yeah, he didn't really say nothing about the cement or the bricks and that,
Yeah, but that's what he was really talking about the other day. To maybe look into it to see what could be done.
So what do you do, kind of fill in the spaces?
Was there a
Well,
code
they
he was
took
talking
the
about?
sealer stuff years ago, they went over that one part of it was leaking, it's kind of like a silicone, but they can paint it in. And I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but it seemed to held up, but when we did the work, that was what, 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago,
Roof has been there a while.
cause they redid the shingle, yeah, and then
So
they.
what are the shingles needing?
No, I just think it was just bricks and then there's some painting in there and just a few.
I said something about shingles.
Might be that back corner that might not have.
Yeah,
Brick shingles. Trim needs painting and the brick shingles need sealed. The garage trim also needs paint. So I don't know, his comma is sitting in a weird place.
Mhm. Well, I think he needs to go and see what, this kind of, so we have an estimate to look in when we do the budget, so we're, otherwise we're just guessing.
Yeah, but that would come out of county building, so
the asphalt shingles up there or shakes.
Not that it shakes.
They probably need to try it oiled again.
Any public comment? public comment. Public comment.
Higher. Water is up 0.75 compared to 0.73, so we're up higher than we were this time last year.
Yeah,
That's
it
kinda
was
cool.
nine, oh yeah, it was 924 last week, and it's 9 this week on the up, the lake.
I was just like looking at last year's. Sorry,
They got, 4 to 5 inches at, the lake yesterday.
did they?
Paul said he was up there, man, it was wet.
Look at the snow tail, Scalco got 1.5 foot over that storm.
Sounds like it's supposed to get a few more, then next week could be in the high or not high, but in the 60s.
60s?
60s. Oh. We got about, an inch and a half of Nashville Drummond over there, just at fines, not even this much. But weird, I don't know, it kind of goes south of us. It's one in the ground, but boy, it's
That's good, though,
pretty
right?
smooth, yeah. You wanna tell 'em about that lady that will come when she gets back from her vacation to clean that house?
Yeah,
She got hold of somebody, she can explain it.
yeah.
To do what?
To clean the whole house. And Sonia, they're on vacation right now, but she can meet me out there next week sometime, and she's $40 an hour. But she said, I'm gonna send her pictures, she's actually at the airport right now. I'm gonna text her what I have, and she's like, I have a chemical for exactly what you're talking about. I said,
Cool.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's basic cleaning and then elbow grease on the tub and toilet. So if you guys are okay with that, I think
So that's probably the going rate these days anyway, isn't it?
I think so. I think anywhere
Good
between
money being made
30 and $40.
for your own custodian, or your own, having your own business as a,
I don't get paid to clean my stuff.
can't call it.
Right?
I
Mine's
can't
paying me
find
to do
a
laundry.
Can't find any why.
And it sure doesn't do itself.
But I told her, I said, yeah, go ahead, but I want you guys to know about it.
Yeah, so if you guys are good with that, I think we
Yeah,
just
we're
get
looking for someone, you found someone now.
Yes.
Otherwise, we just keep waiting and waiting, we need to get it back on the market and move on.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
Elena asked if you guys approved the 311 MRL meeting minutes or as the official minutes.
Part of this, and we're,
well, you recorded them and what was on the agenda,
Yeah,
it'll go
So
right
we-
in with the other minutes, yeah.
yeah.
And if you haven't got them all the way through, that's it. I mean, there's been a lot on the plate trying to get all this, so
Yeah,
I
it's a
guess
lot.
they're approved. Why wouldn't they be?
So like on the Board of Health minutes, we'd approve those minutes at our next meeting.
Right,
Yeah,
but this is
And
a,
the MRL thing was informational.
mhm.
It wasn't, you weren't taking minutes, you were taking what was being, well, I guess
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
took minutes.
I summarized it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a summary.
That should have went right in with when we accepted, yeah. We
Yeah, and I
accepted
sent them
yeah,
two ways.
There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, people got up and talked and,
yeah, I read through it.
no, you can tell you. Couple more minutes for public comment.
I'm gonna join Zoom.
Okay.
And just turn my camera off.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead, since there's no public comment. We'll go ahead and move into the weekly report with Road and Bridge Superintendent Paul Alt, which is not here, he had a personnel thing to do. Guess that's how you say it, it's personal matter. Yeah, personal matter, I get mixed up. I know they were trying to do a little blading and cleaning. I went out with him to Dunkelberg and kind of looked at that road, that's east of Drummond, to see a bunch of that over the last couple of years, it keeps sloughing down, making the road narrower. And we went and looked at it, we're thinking about if a guy could cut it and then scoop it up and talk maybe to the one neighbor there and see if he'd take that stuff down in his field or somewhere like.
Brown grapes, those Graybos.
No, over up the Dunkelberg, out there, Benders, above Ansel Ranch, back in
All
there.
back up going that way.
We haven't done nothing out there for a long time, that might be one of the spots we put gravel. We did go look at it, he wanted to see what I thought, and it just, a lot of that's right, that's there on the road right up, so if we cut it, get rid of it. He's gonna he was gonna bring that up and talk to vendors and see, or somebody that might take that dirt.
That's county road all the way through the hay meadow, right, all the way up to the state or the BLM or.
It goes all the way up to where you turn, the Forest Service takes over right up there, and then, yeah, we turn around in a private spot there, they have to.
There's a couple of houses right there at the end of it.
There's a bunch of houses.
Is there? I've been up there for a while.
Yeah, there's, I'll bet you there's 15 houses up there now. And then that other road that goes across there, it's the old Bert Weaver Road, what I call it, and that comes out of Paul. We usually hit that once a year and try to build it back, but it's a non-maintained road, cause every time we've done something, the hunters go up there and they get off out in the field, cause it's that gumbo stuff, so. The other note was, the one pickup up here blew a spark plug out of the head. The boards are good for that, them aluminum heads. Steve's trying to fix it, he got the stuff to fix it, and he's gonna try to see what to do, so it's gonna be one of them, we're gonna have to try in budget time to look at a pickup or something, but that's that little Ford that we've had forever. Mine did the same thing. Yeah. Kind of wasted money to fix it, they want those aluminum heads. I got two of them in my yard with it, bad setup, he wanted me to bring that to their attention. Other than that, just solid waste is good. Just pretty much changing stuff over and getting ready, and they big plow of wood there, I heard, so.
So are we gonna be looking to get mag chloride then? Do we order that? After the fiscal year for the next budget, or is it gonna be through this spring?
So he starts ordering it right away and starts getting it, we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to have, his checking on the pricing and that, and he was gonna have that fixed.
That really, my mind, that really helps some roads all summer. No, not blazing as much.
Keeps them together a little better when they get enough water on them through it. That stuff binds up pretty good.
Yeah.
It costs money, but I think in the long run, it's safe.
Vacuuming, I'm having a hard time hearing.
Who is,
Jess.
who?
Jess.
Hmm.
Jess Smith. The fill-in.
I know, that's a back heel to get. But. Other than that, that's the lower end, all I know about down there, it's just looking at a few of these roads that we talked about putting gravel on, we're gonna try to get a plan, so when it comes and we get these bids and stuff, and then we'll go from there.
I think I do see that kind of thinking about too, and maybe if we could have like a 2-week schedule through the summer of like what roads are coming up, or like in case general public calls us like, hey, our road's really bad, and then we go, oh, well, they're planning to be out there next Thursday or whatever, I think that would
Yeah,
help. Right?
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea.
Cause I like a 2 weeks, cause after that.
I really think that's a good idea to show a plan, and he did give us a list of what
I don't.
gravel
down there
needs.
for it.
You probably need a copy of it, maybe, no, this is from last week.
I went and got, yeah, I was waiting them down there, I went and
Here,
got,
can you make a copy for him?
but I definitely agree with you saying that, and then on that 2-week period, you know, if it rains here, they could jump over here or something,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to move that.
So
Yeah,
this
it'll be subject to change, but at least there's some sort of a schedule in the. public-
This is what he did last year, he gave us this list, and then I kept it toward him, but he didn't really schedule when he was gonna do it, he just would
Right.
come in and tell us when it's done, but I think that's a good idea.
Cause I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Lots of people call during the public in the summer
Yeah.
roads, you blade or this and that, at least us, instead of trying to track Paul down, we can just have schedule,
Yeah.
look at it. and
Yeah.
Get a call,
Yeah.
about, well, you're scheduled for next week or the end of this week.
Yeah.
And then like last year, we used all that 15,000 we had out there, the pit, so this year more's gotta go down,
Yeah.
we stayed up here, yeah. I mean, we got stuff to do up here too, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do nothing, but a lot of that never got touched and it's bad. Other than that, that's all I have to report from Paul, so. There ain't public comment for him? And he said we could call him if we needed, but I
Don't need to bother them.
you know.
So Elkhart, that up there on East Fork before they quit. I haven't been up there a while either to, like how far the chips go.
Well, that was that last part they were talking about up there that they were gonna do, and we did, because we ran out. And I think we have other spots where we really like,
Yeah.
right up down there, we promised people, and
Right.
we gotta start.
I know last time I was up there, that last bit of road isn't bad. Up there,
No,
So where's that at?
up on East Fork there, that last
Oh.
stretch before you get to the reservoir.
and you'll see where it said, you know, and then it says here like South Fairmount. This is across the interstate. They say it's something that hill did slide down, they still DOT has, but they said they'd work with us money wise and gravel if something happened, but we really want, you know. There's not a lot down there, it's just that one end part. And then Mason, it's narrow and marched out through there. Dumpleburg's the one that I was telling you about, went and looked at.
Mullen Road probably needs some, not heading west.
Yeah, especially after you get, put that culvert and stuff in there, you need to fix the rest of that. We just put the big culvert. Rock Creek. Ain't very good. Gillespie's just up to that one, you know, we go up to the Forest Service on it, and that's that one spot. Of just all washboard right there above the color. It's so immense, these old ground, but they have all them horses and stuff right through there.
Yeah.
It gets. One of the last access that you get up through the. Medish Lane, you know where that is.
Yeah. So what's 500 yards of Brewster Creek?
It's that part right there, you turn and go off and go up, right off the middle rock.
Up the slide rock?
Yeah, it's bad.
We don't maintain that though, do we? Or
Yeah.
we do, all the way?
We
over?
just go up a ways to the house, turn around, plow and everything there.
Okay.
Yeah, we only go up so far, just, it's not a long way, but we've always done that part right there. But it's all worse, I mean, it just, we haven't done nothing down there forever.
Right.
Just kind of gotta start moving around a little more in the county and. I know we'll never catch up to that someday, maybe. It's just so much damn traffic and the fishermen down there, you know, with them little trailers going up Rock Creek, they, what's the name, you know what it is.
Yeah. And then Bear Gulch needs quite a bit.
Yeah. And some of these will get it, some won't, you know, I mean, it's just try to do what we can.
Yeah.
That's all I have on that, I guess, this gets a little nicer and the weather breaks a little bit. He's gonna take you.
Say that again.
I was gonna get you, and you're gonna go take and look and see at some of this stuff. Okay? Cause I said, you know, you need, just like when I went with him and that's, I said, you gotta do with these other men, everybody's on the same page. That all right? Okay. I better tell you. I think, you know, I drive the road down there a lot, so I mean, it's, you need to then go look at your roads and say, well, what about this? How come you do it? Then we're,
Well, have I asked?
yes, now
Okay.
we got it on here, and he's doing it.
Seriously, thank you.
Other than that, that's all I have. I guess we'll look and see what that pickup will fix it. Blows up. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, we should hear
I don't
back.
want to be trying to buy a pickup. for a budget.
We should hear back on that truck too, right?
Yeah, we just got another bill and we have the check sitting over there.
Okay.
And they got another, and Paul said the other day they found something else that had cracked, so, wish he was, anyway, I'll make sure he reports on that next week, but moving ahead. But we do have the check sitting here, I just told her to hang on to it till we can figure out the final. Morning, Blaine.
Morning, how's it going?
Morning, Blaine.
What are you working on?
Oh, just road and bridge, Paul had an emergency,
Okay,
so. Anyway, other than that, I don't have nothing else. You guys have any comments or? Getting a lot of complaints about Blackboard.
Already.
call the state.
They're on the state right away, there's nothing we can do about it, they are making,
Mess.
they're mixing snow with mud and that's, yeah, people aren't very happy and.
Well, one thing, it's good they're getting after it, but yeah, I gotta do it right.
Yeah, they're leaving stuff and it's, yeah, it's. Alrighty, on that hold, I guess, we've got 10 minutes before we go to the dam tenders report.
So on this branch, you know, Boomer, that does he just do the weed
Say that again.
for Boomer and see
That
just
goes-
spray all that Douglas?
That goes through the MSU down there.
Okay,
Yeah, and so this is a special grant.
okay.
They usually put a claim in when the money's come. So they apply for the grants and when the money comes in, Ben will let them know and then they'll put the claim in.
Nice.
When we were talking about that, I guess we talked about this, when we talked about that county house down there getting somebody come in. That Saltenberger did that hall house, that's when drain, fixed that clean drain hall house, it was $487 to do all that, so. But they had to replace some pipes and
Yeah.
stuff. I can see on the plane,
McPherson,
so I
right?
How
thought,
much?
Yeah.
487. The plumbers are, I mean,
That-
you're lucky.
That's,
You better read.
Right.
I didn't want to hire something for.
McPherson, right? Not Saltburger.
No, this is Saltenberger.
McPherson did the pipes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and this is Saltenberger that we had to go in and do the plumbing, heating, hall house, clean, lean drain that, they had to go in and fix that stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
McPherson, he was out long ways. He does a good job, but he, so, you know, we just had to get
Oh.
to it.
Oh, I see.
That's all
Oh, I thought maybe I was like, wait, sure, I see.
Otherwise,
I might have been paying someone.
I had them do my well, so, good,
They did my house,
good people, good job, they did.
the pressure side of it, they didn't have enough time to do it.
They're Anaconda, in Anaconda.
What's playing though today?
Let's see, now we got Kevin Razor coming in, right?
Mhm.
That should be big.
Mhm.
Chuck Skokie said there might be a few people kind of vending or whatever.
We're not gonna get in real big.
Yeah, you don't have enough time.
What'd you say? Sorry, I was looking down
There,
and looked
there
down.
may be a few people vending today, but yeah, get to the heart of it and meet with Cameron and see if we can.
That
Can't get
meetings
something
with Cameron to see
Yeah.
what they
Yeah,
were gonna do.
Well, we just gotta respect him and that, and keep after, otherwise he can just, he may not ever come back.
Right.
I mean, it's starting to move ahead a little bit.
You just throw it out.
Back over filled out thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Florida could do it, but I'm never gonna put them in there.
I always wait till after the play game. My luck, I'll get them wrong, so they don't count anyways. So.
Yeah,
What's so Wisconsin, I gotta beat the Grizz?
Wisconsin's beatable.
They
Man,
are.
man. They play good defense, but they're like slow it down and they don't shoot very good. So if the Grizz get hot.
A friend of mine from Wisconsin, he's here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna run it in, cause the main guy, you know, from Wisconsin, one night he scored 32 and next night he's 6.
Yeah. Well, they showed Wisconsin team there, and they're just going, that, hope they got beat by 30. They don't wanna be there.
Right.
So I was feeding pretty hard.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we'll go ahead, we're a couple minutes early, we'll go into the dam tenders. Is there any public comment on the road and bridge and solid waste? Being that we'll move ahead, the dam tenders report, it is 6428.75, 9 inches. And 15 going out. So we come up, oh, sorry. Was 924 last week. We never did hear back from them, did we?
No,
Did you?
I was slow again talking to them, so it was yesterday, but we should, you guys are wanting to go up, they know that you're thinking.
I think we should propose it again, just so that,
Yeah.
in case something, so we don't lose 2 weeks. I mean, I know they're probably thinking, oh, they're doing it every week, well,
So you could do your motion, 20 if approved, 15 if not. If that's what you're really.
So one thing, I just wanna make a comment, when I looked at it, the graph today, we've got more water today than we did this same time last year. We're up higher than we were this time last year, so, and remember when we had that problem and it was an emergency situation from the homeowners saying it was gonna go over the spillway. So and you're saying it's gonna be in the sixties next week?
That's what I got
Possibly.
told, it's supposed to be next week, 60.
So a motion of 15 and then possibly 20? Is that
Or-
how we,
If you wanna go up to 20, it should be 20 subject to agency approval, but 15 is still given.
what do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think 20?
Oh, I think we better start, cause it's gonna start,
There's 8, 9 inches of moisture in Peterson Meadows right now.
Yeah, but, they got a bunch of snow yesterday up there, more than here, I think.
4 to 6 inches.
Okay, I'll make a motion 20 with approval from the other entities. And if not, 15.
I'll second that motion.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
So we can, but I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
we're gonna start now, and then we're gonna be,
yeah.
So when you look, like you look right here and it says Douglas Creek and then you see
Yeah, I'm figuring
all
it
the
all
people
out.
that go,
I'm
yeah,
getting sure
yeah.
now. Yeah.
medical. It was taken out of the CARES. And is this for both ambulances, for the Drummond and the Peaburg ambulance, this stuff here? You come across Stryker yet?
why,
Oh, okay, there you go.
wasn't this all Drummond and then that, Suburban we got? So how do they split that up? See, they're showing it as quick response unit, and then the next one's a Drummond quick response. I thought that quick response was still just, we just got that, but it's still in the ambulance in Drummond.
Well, that's the only one with that.
Would there be 2 different budgets for that? I didn't think
I thought it was under quick response, under the
Okay,
ambulance.
Drummond
so-
Volunteer Ambulance. So this is just Drummond Volunteer Ambulance, and is this what, for their quick response?
I think they get everything, just, but here, it's breaking. Which I guess,
I wonder if it's a line item under the ambulance.
Which is good, because we said, and it's coming out of the CARES, and there is money in CARES, I was just
yeah,
wanting to
I'm
make
sure
sure
I would
that.
have to ask them, but. We'll go ahead and go into claims discussion decision. But no, that's pretty, yeah, the person needs to know, cause if it's nice to know what each one costs, cause then when we do budget of guys, you know, I guess. Don't
Yeah,
you think, Brian?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty handy, I'll tell you that, boy, it's, been like, down there, it's, yeah. The Timber McPherson had, all house funding and updates, they did a lot of work in that. And we put $10,000 just into that whole house.
oh, so you had both of them, do they, Sullenberger just did the limited.
Stryker Medical, they're just an outfit that they order stuff out of. There's some company that they go through.
The vendor.
Yeah, then, yeah. I'm on that ambulance thing
Okay.
again, sorry.
So the 32,598, is that the truck and outfitting it, making it
That's both rigs.
both?
It's showing both the quick response and then you go down a couple and it says drum and ambulance. I took it go going to the quick response, so. I think the biggest hit they knew was gonna hit us is that they got that auto car. Because that's spending.
Yeah, it is.
Once they get the market, you're kinda. Have we ever got paid from Blackfoot yet? They owe us $9,000 we had to rebill them because they wanted half of it on showing this and half on the other, and I don't ever remember hearing it get
Did
paid
we send them a bill
twice now.
twice?
Yeah, we sent them a solid bill and then it had to be broke down on 2 different jobs, but then we sent them another one.
Let me go ahead.
No, give me the bill, I'll send it to JB Ray and. You know, that's.
Well, it's been quite a while, you know, it's last fall
Oh, was
when
it?
we could blade them over, they didn't.
We received Blackfoot's $8,000 on Friday, actually, and they're still waiting for Rocky Mountain Contractors for the 1,500.
Okay, thanks.
So yes, Blackfoot has,
Good.
That goes into the road, it goes in the road crew. Right?
Hmm?
And that goes into the road budget,
the road budget,
that $9,000 goes in the road.
okay,
Right?
did we? Yeah, cause it was road stuff.
Yep, cause they did it, yeah.
I don't know if they know that. You get up.
I know.
I need the exercise. Boss.
Ouch.
So Scott must have got his new rig, huh?
Yes,
2024.
talking to Dad, Deputy Robinson got it. A few
Yes,
things and you
it did
tweaked
go
on
into
it.
road.
Okay, thank you. Could you go back in and out?
Yeah, wait till she sits down.
You enjoy living?
I just noticed your beard.
Yeah. So I keep on shaving and I cut it off right here. Yeah.
How long you been growing it?
Ooh. Month maybe, but I've been kind of trimming it down, so it's still getting a little bit. Kind of itches, so I don't know.
That's sales pitch that we got from Maps on that GIS data update courthouse. He charges for that to tell us that we should $420, that we should do that?
I didn't know he was doing
To present it.
that. Unless that's part of his total amount that he had.
Cause
No,
you're
it just
okay
said
that day.
GIS data
Oh,
update.
Okay, but he was here.
Oh, he updated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The computers, the computers.
Before they
Yeah.
did, yeah, before they did
Yeah.
the presentation.
Yeah, he was definitely.
I was like.
I'm feeling good, what's up? They're not laughing at you. How's the new truck running? Good, all right,
We just signed the claim.
good.
Oh, did you? Kind of pricey, huh?
Not really. I didn't think it was that bad, cause I see these others 100 and.
Yeah, 50, I think what was it, 49 just for the truck, but we added all that other stuff to it, that gets kind of expensive. Yeah.
When you trade in the Explorer on it?
Tried that, Paul, we're getting them out of Florida. And they said, for some reason, it's too hard to trade them in, I don't know
Oh,
why.
really?
Next
No,
vehicle
I
the county gets, they should, yeah, sorry.
I'm about ready to park the Explorer here and put a free sign on it.
If the road crew is packing it.
Yeah. Why not?
Road crew just throw it on a trailer and take it out there for a junk vehicle, get paid for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
state thing.
It starts and runs just fine, you can hear the turbos rattling in it, so
Yeah, I don't want
it starts and runs just fine.
Hmm.
But. You get the website discussion on, like updating the county one or
Yeah, getting a whole new,
next?
Yep.
Is there a way we can integrate some stuff from the sheriff's office into that website? Cause we don't have one.
yeah, oh yeah, you could have your own page, right? Your own little department on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
everyone-
Don't ask me, I don't have.
You don't have anything on the
Yeah.
current website?
Nah, not really.
It's
Oh.
pretty vague,
Not as
right?
much as I wanna have in there, like civil process, concealed weapons permits, stuff like that.
Yeah, we could do that. I
Okay.
think we could do that.
Absolutely.
Alright.
And I think it's gonna be set up, or we could set it up where every department
Well, yeah,
can run their
yeah,
own.
and
I
that's
don't wanna
what,
do it.
what Sarah said, and I think that is something that absolutely is a must, having their own departments.
Yeah,
Put
right.
their own stuff with they want.
And I'm
on
happy
the
to
website.
help.
So you just drop down a
But-
bar or whatever.
Yeah,
if you want
yeah.
to go
Yeah.
treasurer, just click on
Yep.
that, go to their page.
And it seems really user friendly on the back end and
Good.
the public side.
So did they give a presentation and you kind of saw
Yeah.
it too?
Yep,
And-
yep. And Sarah will come in. She has the whole printout. I just gave you guys pricing, but yeah, he was great. And it's very clean and pretty.
Rather than try to build our own again, that it didn't work.
No,
No,
Maybe we could have our own little area in there or something, I don't know.
and we're
But back to
working
the
on,
vehicles, Paul, it's really difficult to get somebody local to put all that equipment in those.
Oh, I bet.
And that's why I'm having it done in Livingston. If I could get a local vendor to buy the vehicles from and then have them outfitted locally.
Right.
It'd be easier to trade that stuff in.
Charge,
Yeah,
Not against that idea, cause I bet it's
not
expensive.
that quick.
The money on the outfit.
Oh, we didn't charge it from,
That will look good for the windshield back here. It's nice to have.
Yeah.
I,
I don't know. I need to figure out a different path because they're actually donating our vehicles.
yeah,
the same.
yeah, how was it?
Get a chance to talk to him and say, well, we're gonna go ahead and let it
How was the
go.
closure?
What is it called? Tyler?
It was fine.
Oh, yeah.
But
Like the fall.
Yeah.
Well, they did, I didn't tell them now.
You want to know, Tyler?
It's new.
Getting the interceptor, with these great vehicles isn't a big deal, but getting the stuff put in. is a big deal.
That's where it is, yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm sorry. Pretty fun.
Some tweaking.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it should come out of kids. For that ambulance, there was money in there, and it don't shorten them. They're doing a red damn good job, wow. And don't they see.
I'll make a motion that we accept the claims that were presented to us.
Second motion.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
I,
Would you want to take them in?
I've got her again.
He's been picking on me all morning. Playing boss.
Yeah, he doesn't like living again. Let's get it through, man. So, keep that through. One for the weekend. Oh, okay.
Alrighty, well, a few minutes or we'll go into the Civic Plus website host for county website. Were they gonna be on or is this a?
No, just
Sarah's coming in.
Peace meets her.
Or you're there, the hot seat. You get some there. Have a there, too? Almost here.
Is this something that we already have and we're just upgrading or is this something new?
This is a completely new website. Do you remember when, we were approached, our website now?
Yeah.
This is more of a professional government entity-based website versus what we have now. The fact that it's not user-friendly and the fact that
It's not.
departments have to request, and there's things that they can't do, so it's actually, we have to replace it, is what we have to do.
Remember we talked info and stuff on and I just have a hard time understanding it. I just had a hard time understanding the website.
Yeah. So what it is we've got a pretty much, would you say, defunct website that we have to replace, in a nutshell.
Easier to build this.
Get forms.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, and we can do that now, we have all our phones on there.
Oh, yeah.
So
Are you cold?
yeah, it's way better. It's on- Yeah,
Suggest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
And this is a yearly price?
yeah,
She, threw it
So the yearly
there's
price
gonna be a
is what,
setup fee,
6, the yearly price is 6,
we would do.
and the, initial setup, where they have to pull our data and stuff and make build the website is,
And we probably do the premium, cause you get the archives, you get things, we'll make with that one
Yeah.
So that's a pretty,
included.
that's a pretty good deal then. I just don't understand this stuff. I'm not computer.
yeah, I think, I truly believe that, I think all of the department heads have come looked at it. And were you able to see the presentation too? No?
Was there a presentation?
It was just a Zoom call, Sarah and I sat in on,
Oh,
yeah.
who did they support? I guess I could ask this question.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're a couple minutes early, we better wait.
I'll ask.
My bad, I started talking about it, I didn't understand.
No, it's okay.
Know what's going on before it's. What do you know, Scott?
Just wanted to comment on that website,
We
but
got a couple
I don't know
of
if each
There's a
department.
chair over there if you want to come sit.
If each agent or department can have their own little box that you click on and then our stuff would come up.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
like to
Yeah, yes,
see
it
that,
would,
but-
it would.
And then you click on that box for seal weapons permits or,
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah,
Access
links,
service,
permits.
jail or whatever.
Yep.
With that said, in that jail box, I'd like for people to put money on that, like the prisoners books maybe.
Oh,
Or phone accounts too, so
okay,
it's kind of a problem for us right now.
yeah, that
Getting
is interesting. I don't-
reimbursed or-
Yeah, it just makes the transfer of money a lot easier,
Right,
you know.
yeah, that I
I
have to
mean,
look
we're
into.
getting. Yeah, there's people mail cash and everything else that we put on the prisoners' books. We have no way for them to put money on their books. So I don't know.
Hmm,
There's a lot of things that could be cleared up over there.
right,
So
yeah, that's a
if it
good,
was
that's a
done
good
right,
question.
Yeah, you just had like a PayPal or
I don't know, whatever.
not PayPal.
Well, we do our phones through Reliance. They can put money on their phones. Because when we throw somebody in the
On
back,
some birds.
they have no phone back there. We issue, it's like an iPhone that they can get money
You have a
on.
good weekend?
It was
Obviously, those
quiet,
numbers
yeah.
are controlled, who they can call and all
Not
that
much
stuff.
Right.
going on.
Oh,
My granddaughter
Yeah, whoever builds the
Came
website, if
home
we do get our own little. block in there,
Sunday
I'd love
for
to
spring
talk.
break and
Okay.
tomorrow she's having
Yeah, I
surgery,
have,
so I have to run her
a guy's email.
to
I can
Helena
get you,
for
that
surgery on her
we
knee.
Yeah,
dealt
just
with.
want to
That
You're talking
one that
about
plays
like
baseball?
Yeah,
When she heard her knee playing, or just?
yeah, playing,
That's,
yeah.
Person, family, be able to put money on their books or on
Yeah.
their phone accounts, stuff like that.
To
Yeah.
be able to do it after 3 years.
there she is. All right, well, we're,
Possibly.
minute ahead, we'll go ahead and jump into the Civic Plus. I guess. You want, Sarah wanna start off?
Yeah,
I don't
Sarah.
understand.
Right, yeah. Sarah Graham, clerk reporter. So what, 2 weeks ago, Miranda and I spoke with Civic Plus, which is a new, it would be a different web host, the base where our website would come from. And they are able to give us they can work with the .gov. I think that's much more trusted to have that, and they can work with that, whereas the ones that we use right now can't. That, what do we call it, Miranda? The platform,
Yeah,
yeah,
website host platform, yeah.
right, the platform, it doesn't handle that, but Civic Plus does. Anyway, we visited with them and very impressed. It's, pretty, just the ease of what we can do with it, each individual department, we'd be able to make our own changes. We wouldn't have to contact the host in order to do that. It would be, so, I don't know, it would just be very nice to be able to get onto .gov because they are much more trusted and people like to see that when they're looking at your website for a government.
Can you explain why we need to change to Civic Plus?
Just for those reasons, we would be able, so the platform that we have right now will not, we cannot do a .gov. And also it is it's kind of cumbersome for us to be able to change things for our different pages. Some things we can do, I don't know, Miranda
It's pretty
does a lot
limited.
more on it than I do. Well, because it isn't all that easy. I do need to change things on my elections page every once in a while. There are things there are documents that we can put on there that people can download, but there's only a certain amount of space that you have on that. So that if you add something else gets bumped off. Whereas we wouldn't have that issue.
So
with this
one other question.
Yes,
Is that gonna change our email addresses to .gov?
No.
Okay,
no, our email addresses will remain the same.
This gonna make it friendlier, easier to use, is that what?
Absolutely, yes, and for everybody else, because it's also is mobile capable or it's mobile friendly. I guess is the word, so, people.
Yeah,
the sheriff had some questions.
Yes.
Each department can have their own
Sorry.
here. Like, if you click on the sheriff's office, you can have all the our forms,
Yeah.
and process. Yes, but the other question I had is, in order to put money like on Reliance, the phones for the jail, Can there be a link for people to go in and log on or whatever, and click on that and add money to their account?
We can sure ask, but I'll bet you can. I mean, it's just a link that gets to there, I'm
Put
sure.
money on their books through the jail. Yeah, we don't have any way to electronically receive money at the jail right now, we just don't.
So I don't know, I mean, like the treasurer's page, there's something where they can pay their taxes and stuff, and I'm sure that there's some
Well,
kind of
we don't have
government,
treasurer.
and we can talk to them about that. I mean, and you would visit with them when we're
Right.
getting stuff. Yeah,
Right.
I could sure ask that question.
I'd
Jordan, he was very
I'd
helpful.
like to visit about suicide like that at the jail.
Oh.
How do people right now put money onto,
So right now,
texting?
on the phone,
Yeah,
they get 5 free requests a day, where they can send out requests to loved ones to put money on. If they go onto a website and put it on that account.
Okay,
So maybe that was a
so
bad
just,
example.
but so now you see that link could be put on there.
The
then.
link for it,
Yeah,
potentially,
Yeah.
You know,
And
Oh, yeah.
so the mapping deal that Matt was in the other day, like, or he, like, if he's gotta do updates to it, is he gonna have to go through the Civic Plus update, or he will still be able to access it and do it himself?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mhm. Sure, we could have a link to it. Yeah, yeah, and then like with the commissioners' meetings and stuff, instead of people having to go out and find it on YouTube or whatever, there would be, there was,
Right there.
Getty showed us how that would happen, you were right there. It's really nice. So the cost, it would be, so for the premium, where we would be able to design, it's not a standard format, but we could, it would be more flexible. It's like $1,700. It is $1,700 for the setup, for them to design it, with our input. And then after that, it's $5,772 a year. And I'm thinking because this is a public thing, that we would be able to take that out of tilt once a year for the maintenance, yes.
Is it 1,700 for each office or just one time 1,700?
One time
I think
1,700,
that's.
Yeah.
All right. I just
yeah,
want-
one time 1,700 for them to, flat fee for them to design
And
the
you're thinking,
website.
taking it out of Phil?
Well, yeah, and then thereafter, it was like just shy of 6,000, like $5,772.
Is this something?
Maintenance, annual maintenance fee.
Is this, that's what I was just gonna ask, is there, you have to pay monthly or quarterly to stay in this, but?
No, that's what it would be, is the annual fee. And then they also, once it's all set up, they would work with the different department heads on how to use it and all of that, with all the training.
is there somewhere we can go look right now to see what this website looks like?
Well, yeah, so they have like 33 different municipalities and counties within Montana. You could look at Lake County, you could look at Powell County,
Great Falls.
Broadwater,
Great Falls?
Great Falls. Yeah, so
What do you-
they're all gonna be a little bit different because it's from there, yes.
Okay,
Go ahead, Lon.
Yeah, city, I think.
so one question, are you wanting to get this done before the new fiscal year or?
Well, so the thing is, if we did, it takes like 16 to 28 weeks to design it, before it would even be going.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be the 1,700.
Is that why you're thinking
This-
take it out of
Yeah,
Phil
Phil.
right now, so you
Yeah.
can get going on it?
And-
Yeah.
And I feel that when we get it going and the annual fee needs to come out of county building.
Okay,
Yeah, we just need to budget in county building the same way we do for the software license fees.
okay.
I do feel that, and if we do need to, supplement the general fund, what do you think?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that's all new
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, it would
It's
just,
gonna
it would be
better Make it easier for everybody and you're gonna.
absolutely.
Pay for itself, right?
Especially with the mobile, being mobile friendly, because everybody uses their phones
So
and,
you're pretty much wanting like a motion today to get on and get this rolling, right?
yeah.
I'm not trying to-
We just, yeah, I mean, you guys,
I'm
if you
just
want
being straight, you know me.
yeah,
I have some questions.
yes,
Ashley Todd, Granite County Treasurer. So I see here where it says, you know, your website, your standard, your premium, we're looking at almost 7,000 for the initial setup and what the base includes. And then I look and I see website optional add-ons.
Right.
And there's definitely things that would be added on in here that would add to the cost.
When we talked with him, because there were a couple of things, what were they, Miranda? It was like
Archive.
the archives and stuff, and he goes, nope, that's included. You know, any of the things, I mean, we can still, if you wanna highlight the things that you think you would be interested in, you know, and we can hold off on this and we can have some more questions for him. You know, if you would like to.
Yeah.
We're just, I mean.
Yeah. Like just some of the things like off the top of what I can see here, so the jobs module, posting for jobs.
Yeah, and
Included?
that's not necessary because of the amount of jobs that we normally put out. It's not like a big, huge amount. And there is a spot for all of that that makes it real easy. We talked to him about that. He was like,
a
that
bullet
one's really,
deal.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, that the module would be way more than we would ever need. But we could,
Okay, and then like the live training, I see they have a fee for that, they have a fee for
yeah, the
meetings
training.
and agendas.
Right, that, the training would be with the standard one, but with the premium, the training is included in it.
So a person just couldn't get on there and start after we do this and people can't just get on there and start putting all this stuff on there and then get this another big additional fee, right?
No, no, no. I mean, you'd have to, there'd be specific modules that you would have to speak with them about.
Okay, so initially, we need a motion to accept Civic Plus.
Mhm.
The premium, I think, is better than the standard because it includes a lot more. I think, get it going, because you said how many weeks? 28 weeks?
To 16 to 28 weeks. But did you want to talk with them a little bit more about it, or do you?
Oh, I know.
Or maybe we
Yeah,
can
well,
I mean, I
with a
just have
list
like
of-
a lot
Yeah.
of questions about the implementation for our side, like a lot of money does come through our website to the treasurer's office for motor vehicle, for taxes.
Right.
For fees to the sheriff's office. So I would just have questions about that integration, and then I wonder what the end dollar amount really is going to be once we tell them exactly what we want, and I would almost wonder if they would give us a proper
Right, and I-
invoice bid.
right, and I think, so we did have those questions, but these are just, I mean, those are links and things that you have going to the state for your payment things, or however your things are that are on the page right now.
Payments coming in from taxpayers and customers directly into our office.
Right.
Just a piece of, credit card.
Right,
You're gonna ask for another week at least, that way you
Mhm.
can call and get info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
don't,
that's-
I'm just, this all new to
that's
me.
fine.
That's why I'm just letting everybody kind of.
I think
those are
today,
good questions.
I think today initially you brought it to us, and I think that because we need to do a new website, that, and I think that we're in agreement, I make a motion that you go ahead and start proceedings to accept the premium. And, we'll go from there on the initial annual fee after all, any kind of additions that each office might want and need.
Right, and we'll definitely,
And
we'll talk with Jordan, with Ashley and her.
so I guess needs, place, so they'll check on what they wanna see, like Scott's talking about that box. And
Mhm.
Ashley's been that way, and then next week we can make the final decision.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that way,
Right.
is there anybody upstairs interested in this, or, I mean, is it just?
Well, I'm sure that Carol, I mean, I don't know what she does with her website, but maybe they do have something that they,
Can you
could
present it
do
to
it,
her or something,
know.
kind of mention it? I just think we better get everybody on. the same
Yeah.
board.
because everybody does have the ability right now to change things on their different pages of our website. This is just going to make it that much easier. And they might even want to add a little bit more to it and be able to do.
Well, that's my opinion, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. If
Yeah.
it costs a
Yeah.
little bit more, then we're we're at the position that, you know, and we keep
What?
getting complaints on it.
I wouldn't say this would be a rapid decision, I think, because of the fact that 33 counties plus they are, use City Plus. I think this is a government website, and I think finally that, we're going to get what we actually need. And it's gonna be more user friendly and include the whole, like the sheriff's office and the clerk of court and the treasurer's office, justice of the peace possibly. and
Right,
county
They might
attorney's office,
find
everything
other-
together.
right, they might
I
find
agree,
other
that's why I was
reasons to use
asking,
it.
make sure that everybody, I don't mean, I guess I'm with you, I'm getting going on, if it's gonna take that long, but everybody has their own questions they can ask and figure out, I don't understand.
Yeah, and you know, as far as Ashley's concerns, I mean, we had all those concerns when we were talking with him and he was like, nope, that's it. You know, we just we integrate all of that and they've worked with a lot of different governmental entities and stuff. So, but those are all very good, valid questions and yes.
Every time we do a job posting, I have to contact Miranda to do the website stuff, so we have our own ability to put job postings in there potentially. That might make things a little easier.
Go
Yes.
ahead, Paul.
So would we be able to add like, maybe like the town of Drummond and the town of Phillipsburg onto this too, to cut down?
You know,
Or
with-
you know what I mean, like what they have, another drop window for,
I think
Oh, that
of
gets
that
too
case,
messy.
that gets too many, I think what you would do is you would just have links to
Yeah.
wherever, it's like if
Yeah.
you want more
Yeah.
information, that, you can
Yeah.
just link it, right, you know, they'd be able to click that and they'd go right to the.
whatever they
Yeah.
have.
If you did it together, they would think we're all combined.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Complaints
But
that
you
town
want
posted come to us.
We
But
have
I
enough
think that that's
people
good
here that
because
we just stay as county.
You want it
and
easy for the
sheriff's
counties
office.
to be able to.
What
Right.
would the other counties, you said there's 33 counties that they support, but you mentioned Powell,
Like,
Like
Like,
City of Great Falls,
Great Falls.
yeah,
Just the city of.
I
Broadwater.
think so.
mhm,
You can just send her that email that you got.
yeah,
It shows all the links of the different counties that you.
yeah, and
can
that's just, you know, that's just a sampling of them,
everyone.
Yeah.
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 So that's just a sampling of them, but I can, we'll. get
Cause I was
in touch with-
approached
Cause
by,
somebody's gonna tell
somebody
us, well,
else.
we didn't know,
Yeah.
yeah, so.
called Text My Gov. And
Uh-huh,
I sat through something with them. They were asking about integrating into our website where it's essentially chat AI that
mhm,
will take you directly to whatever you're looking for, rather than you searching the website. So,
Yeah.
then it looks like they have that option
mhm.
built in here too.
One question. So there'd be, if someone clicks on the old website, then it would send them to the new, is that what the,
Yeah,
okay.
that's almost what we're.
Right, what we eventually would be is granitecountymt.gov. But, you know, in the meantime, before we've got that gov, we'll keep the US, or, you know, 6 months from now, if somebody put in granitecountymt.us, it's gonna redirect them.
Is there any public comment? I thought you.
Did we get a second?
What did you,
I made a
did
motion,
you motion to wait?
no, a motion to get going on it. Because of the fact and take the initial cost out of Pilt before the budget year and then take it out of county building.
And then Blanche have it come back next week, so. To finalize on, so if there's other stuff they want to put on, or can you do?
I
that?
think we don't need to do that. I think
Yeah, I don't
we
understand.
need to start it, get it going, and then if there's questions and concerns or add-ons, that'll come with it, and then there'll be a final,
And you guys seem to be,
tally at the end when we,
Okay,
and every office will be able to look and see what they can do.
that's what,
Yeah, yeah,
just as long as everyone can still throw in if she wanted something or whatever.
Yeah.
What
You
if
know what I'm
the,
saying?
what if we do need more of this stuff?
or
though,
did
and
you
the
want
price
us to
goes
go
up
for
and
that
that?
other one that you were talking to? or-
That one's.
Hold on,
Oh, okay.
What if like, if we do need some of this other stuff though, I mean, the price jumps up to 3,000 a year. Still fine with that then without looking at.
let's
I
look
guess
at, yeah.
I kinda wanna see
Okay,
what the 7,000 covers.
So this right here, I'm sorry, this right here looks like, is that the total at the annual subscription fees from these possible annual?
It's the, so it's the 5772, and then those are the add-on things, but from us looking at those, we were like, oh God, I think we'd want that. He goes, nope, that is included in it. And
This
you
is
know,
what-
with like the job module and stuff, that we wouldn't need it.
This is what we're getting here, and then these are the add-ons, no?
No,
Okay, we're nitpicking here.
yeah,
I think what we need to do is we need to start this process.
and
go
ask more
from there.
questions
Yeah,
of them.
Yeah.
So,
that's my motion.
Is your motion include her saying that we're signed up or just more looking into it?
Sign up.
Sign up, okay.
We need a new
Yeah.
website. It's just plain and simple. We're paying for something that we can't get anything out of. And it's been very difficult and cumbersome since the day one.
What does that website cost, the one we have now?
That was what did it cost? Do you have it off the top of your head?
I think it was like $11,000 to,
Yeah.
But
it
you're-
was-
to set it
yeah.
Oh,
up.
to set it up,
And,
is there an annual
and
fee?
annual fee.
And then,
And every
well,
time we get a change in there. or
yeah,
something,
it's not necessarily the cost of it.
Right.
It's the time and having to, we can't do it on our own. You know, we have to
Go through them.
go through them for certain things and other things we
Well,
can do.
I'm
I
all-
think that's what the main thing is.
I'm all for it, just as long as we can get everybody included, and just like make sure Scott can get on, she can get that, but I am for it.
Well,
Right.
I-
And I think-
I know we need a new,
Everyone will be for it as long as it's gonna be what everything.
What they're
already-
saying, what they're saying, yeah.
is correct,
Yeah,
so,
and so I think that Ashley has a valid question. I mean, the specifics that she needs, I mean, we probably do need to talk to them. And is that going to be that $350 add-on?
Yeah.
Or is that really something incorporated? Just like, it looks like the job thing is something we would need, but after talking with me, it's like, absolutely not. That would be for really large.
But
It's like,
what
yeah.
you're saying, Blanche, is let's go forward with that, if
Yeah.
we need to add on, then we'll
Yeah,
add on.
and okay, and so here's another thought, which it's an
one at a
accounting.
time, I'll get on. Yeah, go ahead.
So here's the thing, add-ons, okay, fine. We've decided it's coming out of county building. You want an add-on? Okay, we'll take it out of your budget. And
If
we're
it's
gonna have
something
all
that,
this
if it
add-on.
would be something that's just specific to them, that they would
Yes,
only be using.
what I'm saying, it's something that they actually want extra if they feel, you see where I'm coming from?
But you're saying extra beyond what they already have?
Yeah.
Because it could be that they require, have an add-on that needs paid to get to where we're
Yeah.
at. Really. So, maybe you could amend your motion, say if it's an add-on above and beyond what they're needing now, then that would come from.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this here and we're jumping ahead. We need to know exactly what it's gonna cost. So we need to get it
Yep.
started and find out. So if there's things,
Yeah,
just like add-on, whatever these, is this the annual fee? Is this what you're adding? There's a one-time and then you add this stuff up. Does it come to the 5,700?
yeah.
That's an annual fee at $350 for this activities module or business directory module. And some of this stuff we probably don't even need. An opinion polls module, maybe we do need.
So I think that what Ashley said, because she does have more specific things, so I think maybe she should talk with them and be real, you know, because she knows exactly what she needs. She can talk with them to Jordan. He can explain to him and we can come back.
Okay, let's bring it into a little nutshell.
And I gotta.
Phase one, I mean, we're asking to enter into phase one of which is the initiation
Yeah.
of the program.
Yeah.
She has a motion on the
Yeah.
table.
I think we need to replace our website. We are choosing to replace it with Civics Plus, go forward.
Pretty simple.
I mean, we're making it too,
I know a lot of my questions,
Yeah.
I guess, I
Yeah.
don't understand this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's me.
I have something to say, that she has.
Yeah,
So maybe we can just.
right. And I will get you, yeah.
Second,
okay,
Public comment?
a thumbs up is all.
Oh,
Oh,
Thumbs up from Elena. Thank you, Elena.
All in favor?
I,
I just wanna make sure everybody's on board.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
Downstairs,
absolutely,
that's all I-
absolutely.
yeah.
And I know I
really
have somebody,
yeah.
and I got it,
No.
draw it out. I don't, I don't understand.
No.
this.
I have to go get Sutton. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
I'll get you guys.
Most of them very fast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just hard to understand some of that. And the next one, we don't have a closed session, we're not here.
First, state table.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal. I just don't understand what.
Right, the main thing is our website is broke,
That's what
pretty much, yeah.
we've been for the last year talking and
Yeah.
talking, I figure how to make it better.
Yeah. User friendly, where every person, every department head can go in and make it their own page, so to speak.
Well, then that way they know they don't have to, they take it out of their budget, they pay it, they
Well-
want something after what's already given.
I just said that because everybody's. We can
I
look
just
at
don't
it.
want somebody going all of a sudden just say, well, I want this one, go through 100 of them.
The initial 1,700 to start the process, because there's no budget for it, we can take it out of PILT.
Okay.
Okay,
How long do we have to give notice to the current web host? I mean, is there a contract that states how long the contract is valid?
It's, I think it's already been over, but there probably is a notice deal there.
yeah.
Oh, to get
So,
out.
yeah, that needs to be immediately done, saying we're in the works. In 28 weeks, we hope to have a different website.
Because I don't know what the contract reads, but we may have to pay him out for the.
Full year, because
Based
it's
on
on
the
fiscal year.
Well, I think full year would be,
full
I'm
fiscal
thinking
year.
fiscal.
28 weeks.
I'll look at that agreement.
Yeah, I know I got it somewhere in here.
Oh, you got it. Did you pick that up, please? Did you pick that up?
Oh, couldn't even hear it. Granite County Commissioner's Office,
Hi, this is Ed McLean. Could you give me the number of that conference call that we're supposed to have concerning Georgetown Lake Road?
The Zoom phone number is what he's looking for.
Oh, the Zoom.
Zoom phone number.
okay, just a sec.
There's 3,000, huh?
It's
Any one of those.
Okay, you can do 1-253-215-8782.
1253.
215-8782.
2,
Okay,
excuse me,
Okay.
1253 215
8782.
8782.
Okay, read it back to me.
1253 215 87. Then you need to give me the last two.
82.
82.
Okay. Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
About time to call in.
Probably it's at 10:30 with the meeting with the Forest Service. Yeah,
Something.
okay, all right. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
That's probably numbers we can't get in on. Is.
Show up.
I don't know if that's him out there talking.
Oh, it's right
It might be, maybe.
Well, waiting for us?
How's it going?
They just finished, got 3 minutes still.
Good choice, man.
Florida going all the way.
No, I won't. Dude, I do start.
There you go.
Houston always lets me down there.
Right.
Auburn, can't think of them. I don't know.
Alabama. That's good. I think it's gonna be a good turnout.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets and stuff, I think.
Can we sit up here?
Yeah.
I think we probably will have.
What's that?
Can I sit up here?
Wait to see who, Case Cameron brings that other, he might have somebody else with him, but if not, we can move stuff. Please.
Just helps me here.
So Bridgewater County uses that text my gov and adjacent to the civic.
Good, how are you?
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
I'm Steve.
Good. Get a lot of snow up there?
There's
always too much snow up there. Yeah, job at the. I'd be out of a job. Yeah, well, you do a good job. All right. He had told us that, told her. He did. And then she said he had a heart attack.
We're in this operation.
No, 2 weeks later.
He just had.
He just had it. He said he just had to go.
Because he was taking.
See, I don't do operation. It's like. Didn't make it. Really, only everything, stuff in the work. And do that. Oh, I'll do it for.
Go ahead. Meeting with Forest Service, we're waiting on Cam and Razor.
He's on there. Yeah, right, buddy.
How you doing?
Very good. How's it going, Cameron? Good. Good. See it? Yeah, good.
Good to see you.
I bumped you.
Yeah.
How are you today?
Good.
Am I going to sit up front now?
Yeah, I was just waiting to see if you brought somebody.
How you doing? Good. Good to see you.
Know what's new?
Just running, trying to keep up.
Well, we'll let you start off.
Once again, I was invited and haven't even looked at the agenda, so I know we're talking about Lakeshore Drive, but what do you guys want to try to solve today? What do you want?
I guess. Well, I think we need to. I mean, I'm new, so like, last year, there's an agreement, right, a resolution or whatever between the county and the Forest Service that was
That was contract that we
the whole
had.
contract that was, it didn't get renewed, right? Last spring.
Are you talking about the cooperative forest road agreement?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm.
We did.
Right, so I think, I don't know, I think we kind of need to look back at getting something like that established again.
So, Wayne, you have a copy of it, or do you guys have a copy of it?
I don't have it
Any chance?
on me.
So Paul, just so you know, I mean, I could give the big briefing, or you can come up with someday and I'll give you a much better one.
Okay,
But it's a 5-year agreement.
okay,
And to my knowledge, it doesn't expire until maybe next year. The master agreement, it's called the Cooperative Forest Road Agreement. Then every year we meet and decide on a yearly road maintenance plan.
okay,
What work you guys are gonna do on Forest Service roads, what work we're gonna do on county roads. We haven't got there this year yet,
okay.
but to my knowledge, the master agreement is still in effect.
Oh, okay, all right, and
So is the yearly agreement separate contract or just an
It's-
agreement within the 5-year contract?
It's not even an agreement. I mean, the agreement is the Cooperative Forest Road Agreement. That's the agreement. The maintenance plan is just literally that. It's just what we're doing this year as partners. So
Well, I thought this meeting was more gonna be about Lake Shore, to talk about that and potentially having even a separate agreement on Lake Shore if that's possible. I guess that's bringing it up. Because possible Forest Service.
I don't know why we would need to do a separate one though, because the existing agreement allows us to cooperatively work on roads anyways.
Well, the thought was to have a longer term agreement on Lake Shore than just a year to year. I mean, that doesn't have to keep getting brought up. So that's the thought I have. But, if that's not workable to have that, then it's not workable, but, you get Lake Shore locked in a little longer term agreement is the thought.
So this came up at the meeting we had that you weren't able to attend. To avoid the situation that we had last spring, where like arbitrarily, or it said we're not gonna plow again, and that caused all this confusion. And so what we said is, how about if we get an MOU between agencies saying that this will be done on a yearly
Okay.
basis?
Can I stop you just a second? Granite County Commissioner's Office.
The 5-year agreement.
Hold on, hey,
Hi, this is Ed. Could you give me the number that I'm supposed to, the meeting number?
How about it just stay on?
You wanna just stay on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay. So we're discussing it right now, and
go ahead, Chuck, sorry.
So what we're asking is it possible to do an MOU so that there is certainty that that's gonna get done every year? Basically, the maintenance and the plowing.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of MOUs, so I don't even know the process. I think it's possible. I don't know, like, I doubt I have the authority to enter into an MOU, but I could look into that. But we have these 5-year agreements, and that's pretty set in stone. So every 5 years, we've been renewing this since 1971. So to me, that's a pretty solid agreement. We could work on an MOU together on this particular road. I could do some research just on the process and who has the authority to even get into those. I know we have some like big ones with like Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks to do their winter range counting and that kind of stuff, but I don't know about little particular roads like this, but I could look into it.
And that was the thought of this meeting. We weren't,
We have it here.
well, I don't think we were trying to put you on the spot and say, you know, we need it today without, and then just start the talks is my understanding, right?
That's the way I do it.
I would push back to the county too, and do you guys have a mode of like an MOU or something that you could enter into with the landowner or something? I don't know. You know, that would get to the same thing, but because as long as we have the Cooperative Forest Road Agreement, we could work on each other's roads. So that's I mean, we're pre-green to the next 5-year term already that, hey, these are roads that we could work on. So this is just more of an understanding or a promise to some that really care about the road that maintenance would occur.
Yeah, I think the frustration is having the yearly issue on Lakeshore Drive.
Right.
Trying to resolve that. Also, there was some talks that potentially the Forest Service had, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, had a plan potentially of putting some money into Lakeshore Drive, or is
It's,
that,
I mean, it would be the same effort as last year. It was $10,000. We bought gravel and then in-house, we spread it all and we rented a roller and we worked on a quarter mile of all.
Right.
This year, I'd like to do the same effort. They just passed Congress just passed the continuing resolution. So we're 4 to 6 weeks out from actually knowing how much money we will actually get. But I think I could come up with 10 grand again to do that. The bad part is through the restructuring of the federal government, there's lots of stuff that, we fired all the probationary employees. I lost 9 on this district alone. That didn't impact our road crew, but they're also offering voluntary early retirement, and our road crew already has been gutted. We have a north zone and a south zone employee, and then their supervisor. Well, their supervisor's taken the VEER, the voluntary early retirement. So now we'll only have 2 employees, period, on the entire road crew, which for thousands and thousands of miles it's not sustainable to do anything.
no plan to replace the supervisor or,
Zero. Well, no ability either right now. So, we're looking at maybe contracting, but we're kind of behind the curve on that, but we're looking for other options to try to get our maintenance done. But even with a full road crew, we used to have 6 just on the north zone. We would only grade probably 150 miles a year. It's not like a good county gravel road that you have a good material to work with, and it takes a lot of time to grade rock. So it's not, it's hard work. And it takes a lot of people, and we'll be down to 1 person now with no supervisor, no leader. So there'll be some challenges with that.
Can you find the contract? Is it under the Forest Service or? Got it? Okay.
but
May I? So this is an agreement and it's good through 20 what?
May 1st of 26. Oh, so we
Okay.
need to get going, or we have a year, I guess.
Okay, so then yearly, you come in and we decide and, last year it was not a good year. We need to do better this year. I think that I understand just exactly what the Forest Service gives to the county. And I feel that we need to give back just enough, just as much. And not say, okay, what can you give us? And we're not gonna give you anything. I mean, I don't wanna go there. That was the attitude that I felt was last spring. I want us to work together and to do whatever we possibly can to work together. Whatever you can give, I think we need to say, okay, you can give us this, and if you can try for more, try for more. And then we'll give ours too, the maintenance. I feel, that's my opinion.
We match,
the different
we match
roads.
whatever you gave, and we can match, and we go a little further every time.
So there's different possibilities.
talking about like matching the 10,000 materials, is that what you're talking about?
You do something like that, or even, supply the labor for.
Yeah.
For,
Well, this is,
put the material out,
Yeah.
we just gotta go, I just think, like Blanche said, last spring was ugly, and we just need to make sure that we're moving forward in a positive manner, and everyone's happy, I think, and then the other reason we brought you in is you talked to, Deer Lodge.
I've been in conversations with Bill Everett.
With Bill about that, maybe with what he was looking at for.
The
You
Bill
guys-
grant, which, yeah,
Yeah.
Congress hasn't funded it, doesn't sound like, but.
Right,
the
so
sale
kinda,
potential.
I mean, that's the home run for up around the
Right,
lake
yeah.
is definitely getting something like that, cause we need $10-20 million
Yeah.
to do what
what
needs to be done out there.
Would that be something that the Forest Service would go in with?
Yeah,
Brennan
absolutely.
County and
Yeah.
the Deer Lodge.
Yep, absolutely.
just a waiting game, I guess, to see if funding's there or.
Comments?
So Blanche, you're talking
You,
about
give your name and that.
Chuck Stokey from Georgetown Lake. We were talking about built funding for the lake. Is it possible to use that money to work on the roads?
Well, it wouldn't be specific for the lake, but if we needed for the road funds per se, we would need to, if we have to pull money for anticipation from PILT, we would. So this is, here's the one thing, when we first started this, and this is before my time, but they were going to, if the road was put up to specs correctly, then the county would take the road. And we went for these
There's
flat.
a resolution to that
Yeah,
effect.
we have a resolution to that effect. Okay, and then it came to, where it went up to like 400,000, and maybe in hindsight, we should have taken that. And so then you mentioned to us that, okay, there's gonna be more, we gotta wait and look for more to where we get this road up to specs to where it would become a county road, because it's already been accepted by a resolution. It will be if it's up to specs. But what we need to do in the interim is make sure that it's a safe road. And to look to see if there's other ways to maybe make it better. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Can I comment again?
Yeah. Oh,
So I'm interested in the PILT money because it's kind of designed for this purpose, as I understand it. So I Googled it up and it said PILT lands, and these are sent funds sent to counties to offset losses due to property taxes from entities like the Forest Service, DOR, BLM, et cetera. So the county gets money for critical services they provide on these lands, so we can work, the county can work on the Forest Service roads. We all know it. And these funds from PILT are meant for that purpose, in part, they're used for other things also. So my thought is, why don't we tap the PILT money to improve these roads, and instead of a quarter of a mile and $10,000 a year, let's do some substantial work on the worst parts. Because it will take us forever to get them, and probably never to get them up to standard, because they'll keep deteriorating at a quarter of a mile a time.
okay, Chuck, we've already discussed this. We've already discussed using PILT funds for more gravel and stuff. When it comes to the budget process, we've already established that we're gonna do more gravel this year. So, yeah, we're already starting to try to get this work in progress to improve our roads. But it's not just one road, it's all county roads.
So are you using PILT funds for all the county roads?
Absolutely, it'll go into the road fund for extra materials and, for maintenance of the roads.
Last year we did
sorry.
last year we did 10,000, we're gonna try to go up to 15,000 this year.
So how much is on all the county roads? So how much is in the PILT fund?
Right now, we have $1 million in the PILT fund.
So you're just gonna spend 15,000 of that now?
15,000 yards. We haven't got the bids in on the yards yet.
Which is how much in money?
I don't know until we get the bids, I guess that's.
Yeah, just put it out for bid. So, and then, I mean, over the years, they have used PILT to supplement the road fund. So there, but what you're proposing is doing more substantial on it here.
Absolutely. I mean, we all know, talk about it, that road needs to be brought up to spec. And pouring gravel on top of it is not gonna bring it up to spec. Agreed? I mean, the substrate on that one stretch by Johnson's is sadly lagging. There's so much clay in it. So my thought is, let's tap PILT money for a substantial amount of this. Get somebody to look at that road, probably an engineer, to see exactly what the specs need to be on the gravel, and restore a mile of it along Lakeshore Drive along Johnson's house where the moose is, toward East Fork from Comus.
So PILT is discretionary and it is the payment in lieu of taxes.
Exactly.
So it covers the whole county, it covers every department, it's not just the road. So, and in the years past, the county has held on to it. And in case of disaster or emergency, and we realize, yes, we have to use it, but we just can't take it all and spend it, because we don't even know if we're gonna be getting it. We don't know from year to year whether or not we'll get PILT or not, so.
We never got our SRS.
See, we had budgeted, there's an SRS that we would get from the federal government, and that's like 350,000, 360,000 a year. We didn't get it last year, and that goes mainly into the road fund. And the road fund's levy is not the same as the countywide levy. So it's not taxed as high as the countywide levy.
So last year, the treasurer told me Granite County received $412,000 in PILT funds. The year before was $327,000. There's now $870,000 in that fund. So that's the last 2 years donations that's still in that PILT fund money. It's sitting there right now.
We put 500,000 of PILT fund into the road fund just last year from the PILT fund.
Yes, but I'm saying there's still 870,000 in that fund.
You just wanna take it all and put it up there?
No.
Well, you just said half it. I mean,
I didn't say all of it. We're talking about doing 1 mile of road that's in miserable shape.
And that's why we look for grant funds if we
But
possibly can.
this is money that's made for that use.
Not specifically for roads.
It says
It's-
right in the statute, it can be used.
It
on
can,
roads.
it can be used for roads and
And
everything else that the
Schools,
county.
police protection, all kinds of things. it can be used.
Absolutely, and that's what we use it for.
So.
And we send it to various funds that we can't balance the budget, and we use funds from PILT to balance, for example, district court needed to be balanced out because we didn't have enough to anticipate for them. This money is not just sitting there doing nothing. It is for payment in lieu of all our Forest Service land, and we get taxes that's from the federal government. So I don't understand why you think it should all be thrown right.
No,
On your
I
Lakeshore Drive.
didn't say that much. I said, use some of it.
Mr. Chairman,
don't, hold on, they're still discussing.
Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, I'm running the.
Mr. Chairman, may I be heard for a moment?
Scott is the chairman, you'd have to ask Scott.
I was trying to let you finish, but you can't.
Or
take
Scott.
over the meeting.
I'm sorry.
Scott, are you the chairman now?
Yeah. Go
May I be
ahead,
heard for a moment?
go ahead.
This is Ed McLean. And it seems to me what is paramount here is that we head off John Fitzpatrick's legislation. And he's sitting in the wings with this legislation. And if we don't do something or accomplish something here today, he's gonna go forward with that legislation, which in my opinion is going to pass. And we're talking about 1 mile of road here and what we can do to accomplish that. And I think it's paramount that we accomplish something here today. And we're talking about this 1 mile of road and what it's gonna do to accomplish that. And I don't know what the exact amount of money that would cost in matching funds. But my understanding is that there would be a mutual agreement with Deer Lodge County to accomplish this feat.
Okay, you're talking the grants that Deer Lodge County is looking at, and those are years in the making. That's not gonna happen overnight. And what we're trying to discuss here, is working with the Forest Service to make that road drivable for all the residents and for all the recreation people that drive that road. If we could throw the whole PILT fund in there and build new roads, but we can't. We need to use the PILT fund for other things too. I mean, we're just trying to work with the Forest Service to make the road a better road. And eventually, if we can find some flat money or something, have grant monies to make the road. There are different processes to get that road working a little bit better that we're looking into.
So,
Brian?
And I don't disagree with you there, Blanche, but the question is, do we have an estimate on what it would accomplish to gravel and put a base on this 1 mile of road? And Chuck, do you have an estimate on that?
Yep.
So I can give you comparable figures from Durlodge County. And they come from a couple of sources. I talked to their road chairman. I also have to talk to Mr. Everett, and I talked to one of the county commissioners. They've done some of this work on Stumptown Road, which is very similar to Lakeshore Road. And the cost for a mile would run in the neighborhood of 60 to 70,000. That's new subsurface, 1.5 inch gravel, new gravel, put a crown on this thing, compacting, and there was even some engineering services on that. So let's ballpark it at $60,000 to $70,000 to rebuild a mile.
Thank you.
60 to 70,000,
Yes,
and you're talking without any grant money.
exactly.
Is that
That's
correct?
total cost wherever the funding comes from, Ed.
That's just an estimate on what he's saying. Brian?
my thought was we look at like a 5-year agreement with the Forest Service and, look at seeing what they could put in, what the county could put in over a 5-year period. Whether you could put in 60,000 on the field, something you'll have to decide here, but, I would first, see what agreement we can get with the Forest Service on it and, over a 5-year period and, improving the road and keeping with the maintenance. That's my thought.
Well, let's talk about this coming year. Can we rely on the Forest Service for any funding for this 1 mile of road?
I already said maybe 10. I don't even know my budget for 4 to 6 more weeks, but that's what we did last year. I could probably come up with the same pretty easily.
Well, can you give us an estimate?
He said 10, maybe 10. Okay, anybody else? Go ahead, Chuck.
So suppose we get some sort of figure that the county can come up with also. Who would do the work? Is it a joint venture between Forest Service and the county can do it, or some outside contractor? How would this proceed that way?
We'd want to stay with us because if we had to pay an outside contractor, that's gonna cost a whole bunch more. And if we work with them, they got a blade and water truck, the county got this second, what do you think, Mike? And then they have, and if Deodorant is doing something, maybe we can partner up with them.
Well, a cooperative agreement would help reduce the cost.
Or to stay with using your own town equipment, you save the lead time. You're gonna have to go out and hire somebody, it'll double. Go ahead, Mike.
I've got a question, Scott. And I'm not sure if I'm hearing this right. I think I understand where Forest Service is, with the way the reductions are, particularly with Brook. I think I'm hearing you guys are willing to put gravel. Would the county consider using their equipment to grader, for instance, and drop everything off? Am I hearing that's where you're?
Yeah, I think we need to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'll cost.
Yeah.
us. And I know Paul and Blanche are both said we keep it now. We can't hire or have somebody going to do it. We don't have the money. You're gonna start hiring contractors and I.
Well, what, you've got all
Hey,
this,
Ed, I'm talking.
Wait a minute,
I'm
Ed.
sorry.
But yeah, cause it'll double the money. You know, we already have equipment, we just gotta pay the guys, it's gonna save us a bunch of money to do it ourselves.
Perfect.
That's my thought. Paul, go ahead.
Meg,
So look at this.
Meg,
Wait a minute, Ed.
So look at this, like, you know, the Forest Service can put out 10,000 towards gravel. We put out 10,000 towards gravel. I mean, there's at least probably, you know, half a mile road that we can gravel. If we had to put out someone else to contract that, you know, everybody can get an eighth of a mile. Like $20,000, where if we do it in-house with our road department, and, you know, if they even help it in, if they are around the area or whatever, or we make that agreement, then if we have more, do it in-house, we'll have more money to go towards more material that will get more done at that. Is understandable, I guess.
If we have worked together, we ran water trucks together and help each other, and just, you know, if they're there, if we can get it when they're around, too, just, don't want more.
I mean, all the roads are gonna look bad right now too, I mean, so we gotta wait for, right until May, until you see which part of the road is the worst part of the road that needs gravel. I'll make sure, I think.
Go ahead, Ed.
well, my experience is that Granite County is as skilled in putting down the gravel as anybody else, that there's no need to go outside.
Right.
What we're saying, they were just asking.
Okay.
We got one up ahead,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just one comment and then I'll shut up. I feel that if we have to put some more in there, we have to put some more in there. I think initially we have a resolution that says if it's up to specs, then we need to get it up to specs and turn it into a county road. And we haven't done that, and I think we need to look at it. And like you said, add more pilt into it to get it there. There's different processes that we're researching right now. And I think right now, we just want to work with the Forest Service and we want to work with the homeowners. And we want your road passable and then to get it up to specs. That's our initial feelings and concept right here. We want to work with you. We don't want to have our fight like we had last spring. Okay.
Mr. Johnson? I told him this morning.
Yes, hello.
I'd let them know he needs to have this video on.
Huh?
I'd let him know he needs to
All right,
have
let
this video.
Mics and cameras on. You have your camera on?
He shut it off. He got it off.
He's on.
And now we need your mic on.
All right, should be good now.
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead with your comment.
well, I'm sorry, I didn't have a comment. I thought someone was asking me for one, but I had some interruption here on this side. I apologize to the commissioners and everyone listening and attending. We've had a spot up there. I'll say just a couple things. Dad surveyed the land up there for Orrin Eccleston in 1951, and we started building our place in 52. And of course, Lakeshore Road that time was a 2-track pretty much. And I have to appreciate what's been done to keep it in as good a shape as it has been. But I do know the soils, the drainage that come out of both those meadows there between Comers and Sunnyside, it's a problem, and it may be a little more pricey than maybe we're anticipating, because I think there's some additional drainage that needs to be taken care of, and who knows if there's like an EIS or something. Don't know where that would sit, but nonetheless, I like the direction. If we can find a way to get that coordination between multiple parties, it'll be beneficial to residents and visitors. So that's my 2 cents, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I have a question. County Treasurer Ashley Todd. Is it my understanding then that we currently are going into our last year of the 5-year agreement, and we have to have a annual meeting, do a annual agreement for maintenance?
We usually do a schedule,
Schedule A, and that
right?
expires in May of the 2025.
Their cooperative forest road agreement, it sounds like it expires May 1st of 2026.
Yes.
The yearly maintenance plans, I don't wanna call them agreements, I think they're mixing. The yearly maintenance plan, we'd have to look at that to see what those, typically it's like the date you sign it and then my supervisor signs it, is the day it starts, then it would run until, we used to do until plowing season was done, which was like middle of May.
So it sounds like that is something that's coming up and will be an additional agenda item.
Correct.
So once the Forest Service understands what their budget looks like, if you have one, in 4 to 6 weeks, then that's when the Schedule A would happen, and we would dedicate whatever we needed to dedicate for 1 year. Am I understanding that correctly? And then.
You are, but we don't need to wait for that because this agreement doesn't, like, I don't document what I'm gonna do to the Forest Service roads. It's our road, so I could do whatever I want to that road, right? So the agreement is just documenting what the county would be expending on a Forest Service road or what the Forest Service expended on a county road. So last year we worked on, we call it 358 road, but the Lower Willow Reservoir Road. We did a bunch of work on that road. So that was in the agreement, but it's not part of it. It's not on their side of the agreement because we're the maintenance plan, see, I'm doing it myself. We didn't document it for them, it was documented that we were working on it for the county, on the county's behalf.
It's a trade-off, so to speak.
So we could do the maintenance plan, I mean, we don't have time today, but we could work up a maintenance plan within the next few weeks and get that already approved and going.
So the maintenance plan is essentially saying what the county is willing to do to support the Forest Service road, but the Forest Service does not reciprocate that by saying, yes, we also will be doing X number of dollars to maintain the road. There's no documentation of that side of things. It's only documented.
It gives us the authority to spend,
More.
I can't say to spend each other's money, it gives me the authority to spend Forest Service appropriated dollars on roads that don't belong to the Forest Service. And it gives the county the authority to spend their money on Forest Service roads. That's all the agreement does.
And while you said it's a plan, it really is an agreement on the side of the county that, I mean, we're committing to do that and so, but. And then hopefully a 5-year or something like that MOU regarding Lake Shore specifically, if we can do it. But that's acceptable and you're.
Any other stuff, Chuck?
So what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that Cameron will put in $10,000. I'm not sure I know exactly what the county is wanting to put in.
Right, match what they're putting in and we do the work.
So it would be in kind plus 10,000, so that would be 20,000, which is probably 1/4 of a mile of road.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be match for match. It's something that we absolutely know that this road needs to be up to specs. This, we know this.
That's where I'm trying to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so this agreement with the Forest Service right now is let's get the gravel that we need on it now and look for further ways to get it fixed, be it grant money, be it if we're gonna pull money out of PILT to do it and get it done. And then if we have this resolution, get this done, get it up to specs. We wanted grant money, we didn't get grant money. We probably should have threw the 400,000 in there. Is what I'm saying but hindsight. So because it was $1 million to fix the road. That's what they said, right? 1.3 million or something to fix that road up to county specs. So we're gonna try to get there. and look at different ways to do it. And look at our budget and, do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we're not. I just don't wanna go through what happened last year. And misunderstanding from everyone and feelings were so heated. We know the road needs fixed and we know that if we want it to be a county road, we're gonna have to find a way to fix it. This is basically,
Go ahead, John.
So I want to add on to what Blanche was saying, because depending on the commission, I've been here 20 years now. The belief of this agreement changes over time, and it's not an eye for an eye. So, and I want to clarify with you a little bit, that if we do $10,000 worth of work on a county road, there is no expectation the county does $10,000 work on a Forest Service road every year. And that was the thought process for some time. The agreement has nothing about reciprocity as far as that goes. So I'll give you an example. We got, after the fires of 2017, the Forest Service was given $2 million of disaster money to work on roads. And in partnership with the county, we put hundreds of thousands of dollars into county roads that were significant to the Forest Service too for access. But I don't just get $2 million dumped on me like that all the time. So there's years that Forest Service has nothing in the agreement, and there's years the county has nothing in the agreement. But then there's years when we have money that we throw to it. So I would encourage the commission, scrub your books, and if you come up with 25,000 or 30,000 or 18,000 or whatever, throw that into gravel.
Yeah.
And then I'll commit to I'll do the same thing, and then we'll see how much we come up with.
That's excellent, Richard. Yeah.
I'm trying to get up to the $50,000 to $60,000 range so we can do up to specs. And so far, nothing's gonna be up to specs. We're not even going towards up to specs. So if we can get into that neighborhoods where we're rebuilding, and putting crowns on, that's what I'm looking for. That's building on what Cameron said. We need more money to get this thing, even just a mile or a little less than a mile, moving forward. So my thought is figure out how to get some more money to make at least a mile toward that goal. Sound reasonable?
And and the big thing is, like Scott said, we're waiting on bids, so once we know what bids are, then we know how much money to throw at gravel for how much gravel we need. Do you understand? Like, once we get all of our bids back from all the gravel pits, say what they can, best price we can get from them, then from there, we can start moving forward on.
And then we might have to change it around, being that, we're looking at, we got a list what roads need this, how many yards. This is just an estimate on yards and what some of the roads need. Then we might have to go back and try to rebid, so we have enough. We gotta figure out, we can't just say the hell with the rest of the people either.
Not saying that.
I know, I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's other roads that need stuff too.
So
That lower valley's terrible. You gotta shake your head, it's bad. There's a lot that ain't done, but
it kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking one of the guys in Durham County told me for a mile road like that would be about 3,000 yards of gravel. Does that sound like right?
depends on what you gotta do to a chop. I mean, you're gonna have to scrape it and try to get down past
That's
that.
just 3 inches of gravel on the surface.
And is that 3 inches gonna actually do any good, or do we need to?
Well, that's what we're saying, is rebuild so that the road's up to spec.
Well,
That's
that's the
probably
thing.
subsurface and stuff. I'd much rather build a good road, shorter distance than patch every.
okay, so doing research, there's the process calling reclamation of roads, and I explained it to Scott, and Paul is, when he goes to Makers, he's gonna look into it too. And what it does is it chews the road up and puts dust pods in and then builds it up. And that's a lot cheaper than the $1 million. So it's something that we need to look at the budget. It might not be this year, we might have to save to get it done, throwing to get it done. And I don't know if the work process for how long would it take to do that.
It
we have to find out.
You don't really know until you start breaking it.
Yeah.
We can look at stuff, but when we start breaking it up, that takes some time. Go ahead, Dan.
My question was, you said, to scrap other projects, gravel and stuff that you already have planned. You said you can't scrap them. So my question is, you have never put gravel on Georgetown Lake Road. So we're not asking for you to scrap anything, we're just asking you to start. You know, it's not like we want anybody else to suffer, we just kind of want you guys to get started on it. So. It's not like we're asking for a 4-lane highway, we just want a little dirt or gravel. You know, so when you're saying scrap and stuff, I just.
Well, I guess
think we just need to
we're
start.
getting up to 15,000 this year. So, you know, we're just going by what, Paul was saying, you know, how much here and there, we'll have to cut in with some of that. And then if we agree, then they get, what I mentioned, then they don't get it. Otherwise, we gotta go ahead and try to bid up some more. We don't, I mean, the money's damn tight. And you know, these are county roads that aren't been happening.
But we've
But
been,
we need to be positive about the fact that we do have a resolution that making it a county road if it's up to specs. And so if there's a way to do it, I think we need to work going forward and get it done. That's my feeling.
can we take home a copy of your specs?
About what specs, you can look it up on the county road specs, we had it before here.
So it's every new road
Remember
that's
when we had all that stuff laying here last year, and now there was, you know, to build it up to how many feet, how, everything.
So every road you take over will be that way?
I don't know, hard to tell, I'm kinda looking that way, but you do one, how can you tell somebody else you can't do it?
Well, that's my question.
I mean, there was just a petition on Brown's Gulch, not Gonquin, but the county has already considered them county roads all along, but I agree, that's a good question. With those roads, the county's not, back in the resolution, they said they're keeping them as historical roads.
Yes, to maintain.
But you're making a good point.
Alrighty, is there anything else? That, I guess we'll move on and see what we can do and try to figure this out, people can get together. Thank you.
As soon as you know something, Cameron, let us know.
Yeah.
I'll get back on.
We'll be in more touch and figure out if there's some other stuff I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Thanks. Yep, I'm good.
See you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Yeah.
See you later.
Why don't you take and
Have a good day, guys.
Take care.
Thanks. Thank you.
work in progress, work in progress.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah. Have a good day, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for a good meeting. Oh, yelling,
That was positive, it was positive, it was positive. Thanks, guys.
Alice or St. Patty's Day?
Like 3:30. The Dodgers played in Japan last night, so it was on at 4 o'clock, so I'm like, oh, I'll watch a little bit of this. And then right back to sleep.
Well, the county specs are on the website, aren't they?
Correct.
Oh,
I told them, they had it, we gave it to them.
I mean, it's 24 feet wide
They should,
with a 4-to-1 slope. Pretty close.
but there's roads that you can't do that, there's the back, our roads aren't just,
Right.
I mean, you get down there, I guess.
I just wanted to make sure they knew about Browns and all, because you did that, but they were, your resolution said you keep them to historical width.
So is that what the resolution says?
Yeah, that's what the petitioners wanted as well, I mean, we keep it historical.
And the
Well,
fix
the
that,
thing about it, okay, I'm not saying that we don't, you take out a pill for this, you better be ready. But I'll tell you what, once you break in and do that, it's a Forest Service road, it's not a county road. It'll be ready.
But maybe out of the, obviously over the 5 years committee or
Don't matter,
something.
the people are still gonna complain, I mean, there's so much that isn't done that are maintained roads that if you're gonna start gravel on the Forest Service road, and I'm glad he's a hot run, that's my biggest thing is there's so many county roads and we work so bad that I don't mind trying to help you. You can't just go drain funds and
No, well, not, I don't know where he's getting his prices from, but those aren't even close, so.
I didn't even want to get final. I did not
I
want
was
to
like 60,000 to do a mile of road.
if it cost 60,000 to a mile with you.
So how much would it cost?
Uh,
How much?
I was just in gravel, 100 grand,
Yeah.
Easy.
just in gravel.
What's that?
It's easy. Yeah, doing 3 inches. Yeah, I do the math, but it's probably 100,000 yards. Ooh, the gravel. $40.
I was asking him, so I'm just doing this,
Do we have a link to the county website to there?
Are we playing a game today?
yes, bingo.
To the Forest Service?
To the, town company.
Oh,
Can't see this. Black or blue or.
Where would you like a yellow one? Here, would you like a yellow? And yeah, I'll take the blue one.
Brady.
There's a printout there for you. What about it?
She got that. Oh, they. The first thing about this I wanna bring up, I feel kinda bad, cause I asked Jackie to help, and really it should be us to be doing this, you got enough on your plate, man. Not trying to kiss your butt enough, but I apologize for throwing more shit on your plate than should. Seems like it never ends.
Say, oh, that's okay.
I'm not saying that's okay.
Every now we gotta stop doing that, got nothing to do. Did you take-
I have your book. I even remember the brand.
I guess the main thing when you're looking at this, we're trying to get so we can get this in the paper and get hired somebody, but we need to know what they actually know and what their skills are and what we can do to, you know. We don't wanna make it a great big tough thing, come to work here, but yeah, they gotta have a proper.
And I guess my question is, you know, that the thing that you had signed last week on the PPE for them, do you want that incorporated into the policy book under like an appendix in the back or behind the safety portion of it? I guess that's my question, is do you want it added somewhere? Or is it strictly just for,
I mean, there should be like a whole kind of section when you think of like, you know, just go like, depending on what you're doing, like have a welding put on if you're welding, or I mean, it's common sense stuff, but you know.
I think it's just, yeah, I agree, I think but do we put it in or do we have it as separate and then they redesign it or?
Probably separate. And have them, yeah, have them sign it.
That will.
well, I didn't know what you kind of were.
I was like, yeah, just have it like separate and then when they're, you know, they got.
So I guess my other question is, like at Rockery, I had my own policy book from my department. They had policy books for the golf course, they had policy books for the outdoor services. Cause you have different realms in each one of those
Well, I think,
positions.
yeah, whereas, right here, what we're talking about, I think ours would be just like solid waste and road crew, cause that's all we're really hiring. You know,
Okay, so here's the thing, is the road crew has to do special safety cautions and safety training and operation checks and it has to, if we don't, it hasn't been done and, what I printed out here is, the general safety and pre-operation checks that we need in place. And then there's general safety and pre-operation checks in kind of detail on different equipment. This is just for, it would be the solid waste in the road.
That's what
So I think it would be their own special little book, safety book that they would have to go. And if you look at this is pretty much, it points out what you need to do and it checks off just what. You see what I mean on the, like the general safety for, high visibility clothing, gloves, books, helmets. They don't do that now. I mean, they don't wear their safety clothes, because they need to know they have to. And pre-trip inspections.
One thing I would say is you're gonna talk about the crew right now, I think you should close this meeting.
Why don't we then, 'cause I mean, something's gonna slip,
Yeah.
you know, something's gonna be said and slip, so yeah, we can close, I'm very agree with that. And the thing about we haven't got, you know, we have letters going out, so.
I mean, and you look at the number 2 grade operation training.
See you later.
We get
Job opening up.
Shut up.
Same
You
job.
want me to take it?
Same job I'm doing now.
All right, we're back on our head. Entertain a motion to put in the paper to hire a new ground company. The road.
I motion to put an ad in the paper for a new road position.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none? On favor, opposed? Ashley? Hand, was that her hand there?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's just the.
Oh, it's
That's a
me.
little mouse.
The hand.
Oh.
The hand is yellow.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carry pass, we'll get that in right away, if you can, and go from there. No, I like, hey,
You just say that just.
that was a good
On the
meeting.
agenda, just. Straight up.
It's neat too. That was a good meeting.
That's a really straight up.
Since you guys are late, you want to come on up?
Miranda, nice to meet you.
Do it again, second time.
How you doing? How are you?
Good, thanks. Mr. I'm Scott Cromwell.
Paul Class.
Oh, we just. How are you? Good, how are
I do that because I have arthritis and you guys can.
Oh, yeah.
You don't shake
You don't have an
hands like
extra,
you're
I can
supposed
afford
to.
it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
You can try. No, we got it.
Well, how's it going?
Good.
You can come up and sit down if you need to.
Yeah. Is that Jackie's sweater?
But I
No, that's.
don't, I wouldn't hand those out to you to split it, so it doesn't get hard.
Oh, boy, that's not gonna be good.
Ease them into it a little bit.
Now, what the hell's going on?
Right.
Ready, we'll go ahead with the OAC meeting with TCS regarding courthouse elevator, bathroom project discussion.
Perfect. Okay. I'm Ryan with TCS. Let's see, I've been working on the elevator pit. Got it about 90% dug out, got the first batch of concrete poured last week. So hopefully over the next 2-3 weeks and the steps we gotta take, we should have all the concrete in for that.
Then, I will be finishing up the trim. Hopefully getting everything tightened up on the third floor over the next couple of weeks before there's a jury trial coming up. Hoping to get that wrapped up there before that, so I don't have to clean that and get that all lifted into shape again. Be the last end of that part. My new trim, I ordered a bunch of new trim, and they had to go through the mill work. So they're manufacturing it for us. So that's supposed to be here within the next 2 weeks. Now, once that's done, I'm gonna use all this trim I've salvaged and move it up to the third floor and get that all put together. So all the new trim will be down here on the second floor. Try to get everything kind of tidied up, get it all looking uniform down there. Instead of having new here, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that will be coming in. We're gonna take to our warehouse, our shop, sand it, seal it over there, so we don't have to deal with this here. Then, let's see, field observations here. We don't have no problems yet. We'll be submitting a change order for a sump pump going into the elevator pit. We're kind of hammering out the last little details of that. Once we get that figured out, if we get that over to you. Yeah, it's a hydraulic over rope, so if the line busts, there's gotta be a way to get it out. And it won't tie into the city sewer because of that, so it looks like we might be just running a hose out into buckets or anything if it comes to that, you know.
You just have screened rock then down in that pit for the?
No, it's concrete.
Give you a concrete
bowl, yeah.
Okay.
I'll go around, there'll be light switch in there and plug, all kinds of good stuff. And that, like I say, hopefully we're planning on just pumping that out with the hose, correct, Scott?
Yep. That's what it says.
So. Yeah, submittals we're all up to date on our submittals, we're good on our RFIs. Off-site fabrications, the trim stuff getting manufactured, run through the mill. Unfortunately, that all had to be custom made. We get into the second floor. The last toilet compartment will be here on the 24th, next Monday. So hopefully we get that installed and get that bathroom up and operating for you guys. Or for whoever wants to use it. So Otis, they've been in and out of here the last couple of weeks. They're here yesterday, dropped off the job site trailer. They'll be back on Monday, start moving tools and equipment in. I'm gonna move our office off-site here, get more room for Otis to set up and parking for those guys, try to save you guys as much room as possible.
If they got a bunch of great big stuff that they need to store, you know, like if they're dropping something off and they need somewhere, we can talk to these guys or talk to the county guys and they can lock that gate out there too. Right, when you go by the school.
Yeah, everything's at our shop right now, so it's just kind of a matter of working hand in hand with them and moving things over here. We already got it stored, so we're just kind of working with, they were at the shop yesterday and went through, told me everything they're in need on Monday when they get here. So I'll start moving that stuff. A lot of that's electronics that's gonna be down in the mechanical room. So I'll start shuffling that in and we'll start tying that all in. So Otis with this elevator, it's kind of a special elevator. Temporary construction platform don't fit in here. So we're gonna be working kind of really close hand in hand with them. And I'm gonna be leaving all the floors on how they are now and just cutting out like 12 inches where the hydraulic rams and all the tracks and systems will work. And they'll be working off of those platforms as they assemble this. And as they get everything assembled and they can put our platform in there,
Then we'll go through and start cutting the actual floors out. So we just figured that was kind of the best way to go about this. Just because the size and everything, and it just seemed to be the best way to go. The easiest way, hopefully. So we got the penthouse, everything, doghouse is all done on the roof, other than the roofing, but it's all ready for those guys to start setting equipment in and doing that fun stuff. As far as a date with Otis, they don't give me nothing. Tell me they'll be here on Monday. They're supposed to give me a notice, and they were sitting out front here yesterday morning when I got here. So that's my notice. Hey, Ryan.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So they're saying, you know, once they're up and get going, they're saying, you know, 2 to 3 months by the time they're wrapped up. They do only work Monday through Thursday. So working hand in hand with them, I'm hoping to get the drywall guys in here on Fridays and kind of work behind them. And then once that platform starts working, when they leave Thursday, they'll put it on the floor that we need it for the drywall guys. So hopefully we can, because they charge us to come out and move the platform. So hopefully everything will fall into place and everybody can kind of work together and do that. The next big thing with Otis is I really can't control their noise. I've been able to kind of shut people down when there's court and jury trials and meetings going on, you know, to kind of control the noise. These guys charge $5,000 a day if I shut them down. So I'll try my best to find them a different place to go on the floor. And a lot of it's nut and bolt together, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of ruckus. But I'm not gonna be able to kind of control these guys like we have been with all of our other subs through this project. I know there's sound issues.
They're gonna have to get used to it. If they want this done, I mean, I think we're on favor. It's just the way it's gonna be.
And I'll try to control it the best I can, you know, try to send them to a different floor, but they're kind of what it is once they get here.
Yeah, we'll work with you.
Just playing up there.
And it's not, I need the guys to bust you. But like I said, I'll try my best to keep the noise down on the dates and stuff, but
It's gonna be.
I mean, it's what it is, you know?
We want it to be done, and so, I mean, they, they just get.
Yeah. So yeah, so over the next few weeks, we'll be continue working on the elevator pit. That got to be done, a few extra steps. Get the last section poured in.
At least the day's staying light there long enough, not to work longer. Had to give you an L.
He gives me hell, but I know as soon as I see him in the morning how late he is.
I get a different rig. Yeah, I think it's working good. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So there's one more. I think that covers all that. When we did the bid, got to receive the bid.
Is this the scary one?
The cardiac
This, you guys have a choice, this is not.
So is what's happened here, this is on the tile. When the tile was originally bid out, they missed all the walls. We should have caught that, looking through the numbers and all that stuff. So we were just kind of hoping maybe you guys would work with us on this.
This is the change order that they gave us to do the walls.
To do the walls.
And we're working with them, they are trying to work with us as far as correcting it, because they know that they totally dropped the ball. We dropped the ball, they're not catching it. But we were kind of hoping that you guys could help us out, meet us halfway possibly with the change order.
This is just my personal opinion on this, you know, this is such a big project, and I don't wanna be held up for, you know, I just soon try to help them so we can keep moving on with this and fight over.
So the work's complete.
Yeah.
We got the work complete, so it's just. This is what extra it costs us to get the project, how the scope of work was in those bathrooms.
It's my opinion, I couldn't help you. That's just me.
Tile guys did an excellent job.
Yeah, they did a great job.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, not, mistakes happen, I've been on the other side of it before too, on your side, and you're always kind of hoping, so.
Yeah.
I'm fine, it is what it is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's $100,000 change order.
No, maybe we can get some back from the engineer.
I'll ask him, I'm your.
I like your thinking.
Yeah, what do you? I haven't seen him for so long.
No, I just entertain a motion to help out on whatever we could do, just so we can keep moving, so they not stand still and one, you know.
Okay, I'll make a motion that, we go ahead and accept this. I guess it's change order, right?
It's a potential change order at this point, because we were just letting, I mean, like we said, we knew that it was.
And bottom line, grand total 22,993.
Well, it's on just for discussion today, put on for decision next Tuesday, that work.
Does he need to know today?
No, no, I just wanted to bring your.
I didn't see right.
Okay.
Yeah, I should put on the decision to, it'll be next week.
Okay. Yep.
Put it on for next.
Put it on for.
Well, yeah,
Second, that, put it on the next meeting.
And then other than that, I think we're. Well, all I have. Scott?
Looking good, it's looking really nice. It's nice to get down there. In there, yeah.
no, I'm not working with the people, yeah, we'll just keep going. Sure. I don't have nothing else I can do.
The judge's bathroom, just that where it's purple, that's be painted right there, or?
No, that will be
That'll
tile.
be tiled, okay.
So everywhere there's purple left on those walls, since I didn't have the trim,
Okay,
I gotta get the trim on, then he'll tile up to it.
okay.
So there's some of them have both sides, so when I set the door, I'll set the door to the one tile on the one side. And then when I get my trim on, he'll tile up to my new door casings.
Oh, good.
Anything else? Lance?
It's lunchtime, yeah.
Lunchtime.
Not doing that.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Need them hollering or whatever we do.
Drafty floor is going pretty good.
Guess we're adjourned for today. Good job, everybody.